Hello friends, welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I'm going to be working on my first Story Kit Crush project using the Ampersand Story Kit from Ali Edwards. So yesterday I revealed my story planning where you could see all 14 plus one project life spread that I planned to tell using this kit. Today we're going to be working on one of the stories that's going inside of my pocket page notebook, which is a traveler's notebook size album that has a pocket in between the white pieces of paper. So I am going to be putting a full page photo on one side and then a full page of stamping on the other side with just a little bit of embellishment inside of that pocket for a decorative effect. The stamp set I'm using here is also from Ali Edwards. It is a 4x6 alphabet stamp that is the same font as the One Little Word 2021 stamp set. So the One Little Word one came in a 6x8 and then Ali released it in a smaller size as well. So that's what I'm using here. I'm also using the cardstock sticker sheet, which may have been an add-on. I can't remember if this one was an add-on this time, but I'm going to use that in between my stamped out words. And then I did go on my computer before I came over here to the desk just to create a mock-up version digitally so I could see what types of words I could fit on the page and try to fill that in before coming over here. So I do have a cheat sheet of all of my words just so that I know what I'm doing as we're going, right? We're going to save some time that way. All right, so let's go ahead and get you on fast forward. I will slow you guys back down once I have this complete and we'll close out from there. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so to get started with the spread for today, first I'm going to set most everything to the side here except for the Ampersand 3x4 card and the plastic piece because I actually want to make a circle embellishment from the 3x4 card. I just wanted to make sure that the plastic piece would fit on the back of a 2.5-inch circle. If it didn't, I could have also used a 3-inch punch instead, but the 2.5 worked fine, so I just went ahead, used a 2.5 circle punch, punched out the shape there in the middle, and then I'm going to set that to the side until I'm ready to stamp a title on top of it and then add it into the spread later. Now, the rest of this spread is essentially going to be a bunch of stamping. So I've pulled out all of the things I'm going to need. I'm using my Stamper's Secret Weapon stamping platform, which is essentially just a foam type of platform that makes it easier to stamp and get good impressions. I also have a piece of an absorber cloth, which are oftentimes found in the car section from superstores. They're used for cleaning cars a lot of times, or I just get mine from Amazon. They come in basically a towel size, and I just cut off portions to use as I work through my stamping. And then I've also got my Scrapbook.com premium black dye ink. I debated going with some colors for the different words, but since I'm using the cardstock Ampersand stickers and those are all different, a different variety of colors, I'm going to let those be the color that you see on the page and the words just be black. So what I'm going to do is stamp out a word and then I'm going to add an ampersand sticker and then I'll stamp out another word and then use an ampersand sticker, and that's going to be the pattern for this entire piece of cardstock here. And I'm going to speed you up really, really quick so you can just see it all come together here. I thought that this was kind of fun to watch all of those words come to life. Now, a lot of the letters do interact with the edge of the paper, or they might start on one line and end on another line. And that was just a design decision I made for myself. For you, you could alternate your words to try and fit them in so that they don't separate from each other on different lines, but I really wasn't bothered by it. I thought that it looked totally fine to have them be broken up in that way. The alphabet stamp there just is so pretty when you get all of the words stamped out on the page. And I really like using this as my form of journaling, which is a lot different than a long form journaling or bullet point journaling. This one is literally just using words in order to tell the story of, who I am as a person. And I'll read through those a little bit later with you so you can hear all of the different ones that I added to the page. So then I'm going to set that one to the side, and that is all I'm going to do to that page. It's just going to be stamping and stickers. For the title piece, I pulled back over that circle that I had punched out from the pattern 3x4 card, and I'm going to write the words "I am" on that circle. Now, initially, I plan to have this circle face up when it's on top of all of the journaling lines, but I will actually end up flipping that around. So you'll see here in a second, I'll add it into a pocket, and then when it's turned, you'll see "I am" on the left, and then you'll see all of those descriptive words on the right. So I think it looks nice. I also debated adding in some dots, like ... or a semicolon at the end of the "I am," but decided that I just wanted to leave it the way that it was. Next, I'm pulling over that pink plastic ampersand. All of those plastic pieces do have a film on the top that you can remove by just scratching it off and then pulling it off. It did give me a little bit of trouble to get a piece of that to start peeling off, but once I did, it came off perfectly fine. I'm positioning it here into the middle of that circle, and then I'm going to use my tiny attacher from Tim Holtz to secure the two pieces together. I also pulled out one of my older one little word tiny phrase sticker sheets in order to find one that I could add into the middle of the ampersand. I like the way that looks, and the phrase that I chose says "showing up," which I felt like was appropriate for, the different titles that I would consider myself to be, showing up to those roles in my life. So next, we're going to go ahead and add this into my pocket page notebook. I will go ahead and add my score tape onto the back of my photo. I decided to wait on the journaling portion in case I needed to trim any of it off. If I did, I wanted to trim on the left side instead of the right side, since many of the words interacted with the right side of the page, but not the left. So then that would have given me a little bit of wiggle room where you could still read the words, and it would all, work out pretty fine. So next, I'm going to position this circle into the middle of that pocket, and my plan is to secure it with a staple, another one from the Tim Holtz tiny attacher. As I was trying to get that in there, I kept putting my head in the frame, like over and over and over again. So I tried to edit as much of that out as possible, just because it is kind of annoying. And then I eventually used my ruler, which has a metal top and then it's got a cork bottom. That allows me to just kind of press onto that piece and then get it in the spot where I want it to go. So that's what you see me doing here. And then once I have it where I like it, I'm going to make sure I have a really good hold on the pocket, and I'm just going to staple it in place and call that good. So here's where you can see how that's going to look, how you've got the "I am" on the left side and then all of the journaling on the right. Last but not least, I'm going to add my score tape onto the journaling page, and as I'm doing this, I'm just now realizing that I never date stamped this page, so I might need to go back and do that. When I do, I will most likely put my date stamping on directly on the photo, because I think that will be totally fine. So then we're just going to add that one right onto the left side, or right side, sorry, of this book, and then we will call this layout done. All right, friends, that finishes up my layout for today. This one came together really, really cool. I love the effect of these stamped out words here on the right side of the spread, and then having this little interactive piece in the middle, which gives it the title of "I am," and then all of the words. So I've got "I am mother, wife, daughter, sister, friend, storyteller, aunt, teacher, reader, completionist, Slytherin, INFJ, nerd, and night owl." I could have kept going, but I ran out of room, which is totally fine because I was able to fill up the whole space, and ultimately that was my goal with this particular layout. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how this one came together, and I hope this inspires you to tell some stories with your Ampersand Story Kit if you are a Story Kit subscriber or if you picked that one up from Allie's shop. All right, friends, well, I will see you again probably later in the week, or if not, I will see you next week when we are working on Paper Person stories. So hopefully I will see you back here then. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, friends.